Yo, yo, yo. Y'all already know who it is, man. It's your boy Ty Black, man. We back again with another one, another episode of the Loft Talk, man. So we here. I know y'all see the little art in the background that I got now. I'm stepping my game up, all right? So we here with it. Today, what we talking about? Today we talking about should there be an allowed friendship or relationship with the opposite gender when you're in a relationship? Should that be allowed? My perspective is yes with boundaries. I don't want to say completely no. I'm going to say yes with boundaries, right? So, are they allowed at our dwelling? Absolutely not. They're not coming over to just hang out and chill. No, we're not doing that, right? And I'm not just talking about, you know, a female with a male. I'm talking about guys with female friends as well, right? Nah, we're not chilling at the house. There is no friendship dates. Y'all not going to the movies or, out to dinner because we're not doing none of that, right? Anything y'all were doing when you were by yourself or y'all was single or whatever the case is, that ceases because now you're in a relationship with somebody and there should be a level of respect. There should be lines that aren't crossed, right? And we're just going to be real intertwining, friendship dates and hanging out and all of that stuff, it causes a messy road that doesn't need to be there. So I say eliminate that, right? But if this person they need your ear, they need your advice, you know, cool, talk on the phone, give him advice. He needs a girl perspective on something because he's going through something. Or vice versa. She needs a guy's perspective because she's going through something with a guy that she's talking to. All right, cool, we could do that. They got kids. If we got kids or you got kids or whatever the case is, and you throwing a birthday party, cool, they could come. That's cool. But casual, just hanging out and stuff, that's out the window, and that should be respected, right? And the reason why I say that is because that road, that messy road, it can be eliminated by just having certain boundaries. People think that okay, because I'm dating you, this person was here before you, and this is just my friend. This is just my friend. We're not, doing nothing, or we got to stop the cat and we got to be real with ourselves for one, and then we got to be real and live in reality of situations. Right? I'm a guy, and I'm gonna tell you straight up. I don't have like I have a small handful, maybe one female friend that there was never no lines crossed or anything like that. Out and me and her don't really hang out like that. We don't just, one on one hang out. We talk on the phone sometimes, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We might hit each other up for, we need to talk about something or whatever the case is. But most of the time it's probably in a group setting or something like that. We don't hang out one on one. But other females that I know that I might be hanging out with, there's a strong possibility that something probably happened already. And if it didn't, it probably would happen. You get what I'm saying? But I'm just being real with myself. So if I was in a relationship, I couldn't hang out with them because I already know where the road's gonna go. I already know where the road's gonna lead. Not saying everybody's like that. I'm not saying all guys is like that. I'm not saying all females is like that. But to avoid other people's suspicion, and it has nothing to do with being insecure. It has everything to do with living in reality and knowing the possibility of things. That has nothing to do with somebody being insecure because that's the first thing that people say when somebody says, "Nah, I don't feel comfortable with you having, a friend of the opposite sex." Oh, you must be, insecure. You jealous? No, it has everything to do with reality. I've had many a conversations with females who have male friends, and they said it out their own mouth. The females have said this out their own mouth that they know if they gave this guy the opportunity in the back of their mind, he's gonna take it. He's gonna take it. He may not show it all the time. He may just very well be your friend, or he might be playing a waiting game, because some guys do that. But he might well just be your friend. But if that opportunity came, he's gonna take it. And a lot of them know that because just how, many of us guys are wired, we're wired to physical attraction. So obviously, before he even knew you personally, your personality and stuff like that, he probably saw you and thought you were an attractive person. But understanding logic and understanding, she don't really like me like that, so I'm gonna just play this position right here that she wants me to play. But if that opportunity comes and it presents itself, I'm taking it. That's how some guys think. And you can't get mad at them. That's reality. Like that's reality of it. Like, you could like a certain type of food and knowing that it's not good for you, right? You're not gonna eat it all the time. But if you want it and you see it and there's the opportunity, you're like, you know what? I've been good on my diet, whatever, blah, blah, blah. All right, I could have this piece of cheesecake or whatever. Might not eat all the time, but you like this. So obviously, when the opportunity presents itself, you're probably gonna take it. It's the same thing with guys. Like he could be, physically attracted to you, but he's not stupid. He knows that you don't want to go down that road, so he's gonna chill. But you don't think he's gonna be there when you need, somebody to lean on or something like that, and vice versa. I'm not talking about just the women. I'm talking about the guys too, vice versa. I know, you know, a lot of I've been in this situation, honestly, where I had a weak point in my time in life when something was happening. I was going through something, and here comes a nice looking woman, and she's patting my back. Everything's gonna be all right. Next thing you know, this, that, and the third is happening. All off this moment. I never, we never really talked after that. We never really, but when you see situations like that, you kind of know what it is. Like, so whether it's male or whether it's female, we all have these things in our mind. We all have these tendencies. We all have, these attractions with us and for other people. We can't help that. That's, human nature. But as a society says, don't act off your, natural instincts to feel attracted to this person because we just want to be friends. Society said that's okay. That you can just be friends and you can shelter your attraction towards this person, which is okay. I'm not saying that you need to react off of every, impulsive, um energy that you feel, or you don't have to do that. But we can't act like it's not there at the same time. I tell females, any female that we can't just be friends. If we stop doing whatever we're doing, don't expect me to just be your friend because I'm not gonna do that to myself. I don't understand the logic behind that. I don't understand sheltering how I feel towards you for the benefit of you, and I'm not really. There's no benefit towards me. I'm just doing this for the sake of you because this is what you want. I feel like that's unfair to do that to people. So I wouldn't do that to a female. I'm not gonna, and like I said, I've had many conversations with females. Y'all not stupid. Y'all know. Y'all have said it to me on numerous occasions. Oh yeah, he's just my friend, but I know. And I'll ask him. You don't think if y'all two was alone in the room and you presented that opportunity with him, he gonna take it? Yeah, I know he would take it. So y'all know, but y'all gonna play, like y'all don't know in front of him. Y'all gonna act like and just leave it what it is, which is, to each his own. I can't do that, but I will say, if you're in a relationship, right, it's okay if you want to have, a friend of the opposite gender, but you have to set strict boundaries, like just off of respect to your relationship. Even if you don't see nothing wrong with how y'all were before, you can't expect who you're in a relationship to just accept how y'all was because that's what happens in many occasions. Y'all like, well, we been, going out to eat on Fridays and, we been going to the movies if I want to go see a movie or, go here and we've been doing that. We've been just hanging out. So just because I'm in a relationship with you, why does that have to stop? Because now you're in a relationship with this person. So stuff that y'all was doing before should not be okay. You should understand that. You shouldn't take a selfish, perspective on a situation and be like, well, we've been respect the situation that you're in. If not, don't get into a relationship with somebody. If you want to have this person as a friend and just do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it, don't get in a relationship. But if you decide to get in a relationship with somebody, you have to set strict boundaries. So it's okay to have friends of the opposite gender. Just make sure that you set strict boundaries. That's my perspective. If